It's been a long time. Let me tell you a story. In a small town lived a young woman named Ananya. She had loving parents and a steady life. Yet something kept repeating. Whenever things began to settle, something would go wrong. Sudden conflict, a health scare, a fear that did not match the moment. An old family astrologer said she carried Pitri Dosha, an ancestral imbalance, something unfinished in the lineage. Not a dramatic curse, more like a knot passed down to the next generation. Ananya did not reject it, but she also wanted to understand it differently. She began reading science. This is where she found the word epigenetics. We grow up thinking genes are fixed. You inherit them, and that is that. Epigenetics suggests something subtler. The DNA sequence may remain the same, yet chemical marks sit on top of it. These marks influence which genes are active and which stay silent. Stress, trauma, famine, love, and even the emotional climate of a home can affect those marks. Some of those changes can pass to the next generation. A grandfather who lived through war, a grandmother who carried deep anxiety, a father who never processed grief. Their bodies adjusted in order to survive. And sometimes those adjustments move forward in ways we cannot see. The child may not know the story, but the body carries traces. In traditional belief, Pitri Dosh points to unresolved ancestral karma that carried forward into the present. It doesn't mean punishment. It just suggests repetition, patterns that keep resurfacing, emotional currents that feel older than the individual, something that needs to be resolved. Epigenetics does not speak in the language of karma, it speaks of gene expression. Yet both are pointing to a similar truth. The past leaves impressions, not as destiny, as influence. Later, Ananya discovered that her grandmother had lost two children in infancy. That grief was never spoken of. Her mother grew up in an atmosphere of silent fear. Ananya, without knowing any of this, carried constant anxiety about sudden loss. Was it Pitri Dosh? Was it inherited stress patterns influencing her nervous system? Perhaps both traditions are describing the same human reality from different angles. One uses ritual and prayer, the other uses therapy, nutrition, and regulation of the nervous system. Both assume that the present generation can respond with awareness. Here is what gave her strength. Epigenetic marks are not fixed forever. Many shift with care, safety, and new experience. Habits change, responses change, even the body can find balance again. In the language of Pitri Dosh, this is healing the lineage, acting with awareness, choosing differently where those before you could not. Ananya began with small steps. She learned her family history. She allowed grief to be acknowledged. She built steadiness into her life. Gradually, the old pattern loosened. Whatever name you give it, ancestral karma or inherited gene regulation, the message is not fear. We just need to act with responsibility, with awareness. We are influenced by what came before us, but we are not bound to repeat it. The past may rest its hand on our shoulder. It doesn't have to decide our direction. Do you see any patterns in yourself that might not have started with you? If yes, they are not permanent. With awareness and steady effort, they can change. Thank you.